Hello. Hi, everyone. Welcome to day 3 of 5 for our virtual Chefs to the Rescue. Thank you for joining us tonight in helping eliminate hunger and food waste. If you missed last night's broadcast, you can watch it on Facebook, YouTube, or following the link in our bio on Instagram. Last night's recap, we heard from Patti Larson, our grants and marketing manager. We also met co-owner Vet J from Cluck and Blaze. You know, the relationships built between the restaurant and the agency is one of the most important factors with food donors. Some restaurants are unaware of state laws that are for them donating their food overages. You also were able to see our work in action at Cal State Long Beach ASI Beach Pantry. Did you know it takes $500 to restock a college pantry? I didn't know. You also heard last night from Lisa Hoffmaster, our fund development manager, where she mentioned that 42% of students are food insecure. Our recap of Monday night, we heard from our executive director, Diana Lara. She mentioned that the pandemic magnified our hunger problem and how we here at Food Finders have pivoted in how we work with our restaurant and agency partners. She also talked about how our Food Finders app has helped find the volunteers that we need at such a crucial time for all. We witnessed the amazing acrobatics of Bossy Flyer, who shared with us how they use the Food Finder app. Pretty amazing. If you're able to watch Monday, it's pretty creative how they were able to use the app. And we also heard from one of our volunteers, Carolyn Remley. You know, I want to talk to you about the power of two. Whenever two are gathered together for the same goal, they make an enormous difference. And just like the character Yenta from the Fiddler on the Roof musical, we marry our restaurant and agency partners together to make a difference. The holidays are coming up. What we do this week will allow us to positively impact our food insecure community. We need your help. If you've made a donation, we thank you. And we ask you to share your passion about Food Finders with family and friends. If you've already made a donation, you can still help. Step 1, go to Food Finders Facebook page. Search Food Finders on Facebook. If you haven't liked us, like us. And step 2, share this week's nightly videos with your friends and family. Thank you for helping us make a difference. We'd also like to say thank you to a few of our sponsors. FarmLink, connecting farms with surplus produce to food banks in need. Grocery Outlet. California Resources Corporation, energy for California by Californians. BJ's Restaurant. Commercial Bank of California. And also Edco Disposal. Please make sure on Facebook to like Food Finders, and on the gram, follow us at Food Finders LBC. Tonight, we're going to have a great show for you all. We're going to talk to we're going to watch Patti Larson, our grants and marketing manager, speak. We're going to meet Chef Tim Plum from the Summit House restaurant. And also, we're going to see and meet Pastor Ben Garcia from the El Sereno Victory Outreach, who are just one of 400 agencies that rely on our services to feed their food insecure families. And then we're going to watch the closing by our operations manager, Veronica Tashakor. Let's get into tonight's presentation. We hope you enjoy it.
Hi, and welcome to our third day of Chefs to the Rescue. I am Patti Larson with Food Finders. Welcome back if you were here before, and if you just joined us, this is your first day. I'd like to remind everyone, in case you missed it, that if you donate during our content today, during our event, we are doing a drawing for restaurant gift cards, and today's drawing will include the Summit House restaurant in Fullerton. Part of our focus this year is to support our restaurant partners that donate food to us and have been supporting Food Finders through many of our events. So we were very excited to partner with the Summit House several years ago in Orange County. Orange County is a huge part of our service area, and restaurants are a large group of donors with our program, even though they're pretty good at inventory control. While we don't always get a high volume of food from our restaurants, what they do donate is such great quality and so delicious. Our recipient agencies really appreciate it. Fortunately, the Summit House joined our program to make sure that they weren't throwing away food. So the food that they donate serves several nearby Orange County agencies, including a veterans program, a shelter, and a low-income residential facility. I can't wait for you to meet the Summit House staff. In addition, you'll learn about our recipient agency partner, El Sereno Victory Outreach. This is a group of very caring, very dedicated people overseen by Pastor Ben Garcia, who make it possible for many of the people in the East LA area who are disadvantaged, particularly now after the COVID situation, to have a resource for food. And this is something that was kind of born out of the need to somehow reach people despite the pandemic. So they've been doing a contactless distribution and then also delivering food to other local nonprofits in need as well. They are an invaluable resource to their community. Food Finders has been helping them by providing produce boxes, and every week hundreds of people are benefiting from what they give out from their distribution, and it's amazing. You'll see. Thank you again for joining us today, and please enjoy our virtual Chefs to the Rescue.
I started in this business as a busboy at a very popular downtown Italian restaurant in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The excitement and the energy of the restaurant really drew me into this business. And the chef there was amazing. Sometimes he let me go in the kitchen and be his fry cook. And I never left this business. I was a waiter, a bartender, front of the house manager, but I always kept helping in the kitchen wherever I was. At one point, a friend of mine who was a top cook at a top hotel in Milwaukee would have me stop by and help him do brunches and buffets. I'm sorry to say he passed away at a young age, 22, but he left me his cookbooks. And to me, that was a sign that this is where I needed to be. I had my own restaurant for about 8 years. That went out of business. Later, I went to work at the Ritz-Carlton in Pasadena, and I got a call for an interview at the Summit House. And 23 years later, I'm still here. Great ownership, along with that energy and excitement that got me in this business in the first place. I really like classical cuisine. That's what I was brought up on, but something simple as fish on the grill, pot roast is always enjoyable to me, and I really enjoy making soups, sauces. I had a very good teacher for that. John Dory fish has a huge following here. For about 3 years, we were unable to get the perfect product that we wanted. And when we were finally able to bring it back and put it on the menu, the response from the guests was amazing. So me and my chef de cuisine, Jeremy, and I, we were at the LA Convention Center, and we went to the Food Finders booth and started talking with them, and it was exactly what we were looking for. Of course, at restaurants, you try not to have much leftover food, but it happens. But it's also very gratifying to know that our extra food is being used to feed needy people. And we get a great response from the drivers that come and pick up the food. They say everybody really loves the food from the Summit House. Today, I made 2 of the items on our menu that are very popular. First, I made the au gratin potatoes, which we serve as a side dish. We source a lot of our produce from a local farmer in Chino. So he brings us with the potatoes, the onions, the fresh herbs that went into that dish. That is an item that has been on this menu since the restaurant opened. Our gratin potatoes is a very classical dish. So you have your potatoes, very fine imported Gruyere cheese, heavy cream, and we like to add something a little special to it. We saute our onions, garlic, and some fresh thyme. And then the potatoes are sliced very thin. We mix it with the cheese, the fresh thyme, cream, put them in the oven, bake them off. Mostly we serve those with our filet mignons and our meat, but many people like to enjoy those with all our other entrees. So the cream corn is by far the most popular item we have here. During the holidays, we will possibly go through hundreds, and I mean hundreds, of quarts of cream corn that people will come here already made and buy, and they will purchase from us. So the recipe, we buy super sweet white corn. We start with that. And then we have our heavy cream. Yes, we use a lot of cream here at the restaurant. For that cheese, we use a nice Reggiano Parmesan, and a little sugar, a little salt, pepper. Everything's mixed together and then topped with the Parmesan cheese and gratinade. It's definitely the most popular item here. And it gets served to everybody that comes in this restaurant. Every table gets a nice boat filled with cream corn. It's very satisfying to me and the rest of my cooks to know that at the end of the night, they're asking me, what should we save? What's going to be picked up for tomorrow? After we separate the food out and chill it down and it's ready to go for the next day, it's always nice to see the pickup drivers, talk to them a little bit, find out where the food is going, comments from the people who are going to be eating it. They're always so happy that they're getting food from the Summit House. So it's very, very satisfying, very gratifying to us. We're very grateful for our partnership with Food Finders. It definitely was something that we were looking for at the time, and there they were. It was just a perfect situation, and we're really looking forward to the future of being with Food Finders.
My name is Ben Garcia, and I am the senior pastor of Victory Arch El Sereno. And also, I'm the executive director of Urban 360, which is a nonprofit that is also part of the community. So I've been part of the local Northeast community of East Los Angeles, and which is El Sereno included. And throughout that journey, knowing at that time, I was a high school dropout. I had abused a lot of things in my life that I began to feel the need to help the community, not only through a spiritual component, but through a holistic form, and be able to really meet the needs of the families, the children, and the different members of the community. We come in as a neutral party that is willing to serve our community with the whole focus of empowering our community for a better tomorrow. And so our goal is to really assist and see the young people achieve what they are called to, and also offer them the spiritual component. We believe that take care of the soul is an important factor, but we can't just ask someone to take care of their soul if they're hungry. So we've been able to work with the Bicentennial Committee. We've been able to work with many different of the organizations to be able to come together, and especially during this pandemic, that we're able to assist families that are in need. We have been able to partner and better serve our community with the partnership of Food Finders, with the different donations and the different resources that Food Finders brings. For the last 6 months, we've been able to serve 1,000 families per week. And because of the Food Finders products that are brought, we're able to meet the needs. We were doing a weekly drive-up service where we promote and we partner with different organizations to be able to serve the families. Recently, now that the kids are going back to school, we're doing it every other week, where we still serve the families, whether they drive up or walk up. We're able to give them perishables, non-perishables, different things that the meats and proteins and different things that we are been able to accumulate in order to serve the community. These are either church members that feel, they have the heart to be able to give their time and be here every food giveaway. Then we also have a men's and a women's recovery program where we assist men and women transition from being addicts into a sober living. So it's a sober living home. And so these men and women, we're also teaching them the benefits of serving the community as a means of their recovery. And so they come and assist as well. We want to be able to bless every person that comes with the food, but we also want them to leave encouraged, hopeful. Yes, they're going to receive food for 3 to 5 days when they come, but we also want to give them a peace that the community is standing together through these difficult times. We've been able to hear many reports and receive phone calls and through social media, individuals and families sending out their thanks and just their gratitude for what they're receiving. There are many people that have lost their jobs. There's many people that have not received unemployment still. There's just many different varieties of people that have been coming to receive the food, that have their own story of what they're going through. And, like I mentioned earlier, there are many seniors that aren't able to go to the market. I could think of one specific family. I think they have 4 children. And, this parent sometimes can't make it because they're disabled. And so we make the deliveries to them as well. And she's a single mother. And, she's just so grateful that her kids are eating balanced foods, that it's not just one thing and but there's produce, there's vegetables, there's proteins, there's non-perishables and so forth, that really is able to help them, specifically because the kids have been home, that there's enough food for them to be able to make it, that they don't have to keep worrying about where the finances are going to come to be able to purchase our food.
Thank you so much for tuning in today. We hope you are enjoying our virtual Chefs to the Rescue event as much as we are. I'm Veronica Tashikor, Interim Operations Manager here at Food Finders. Today, more than ever, we are asking for your support to ensure Food Finders can continue to meet the critical needs of Southern California communities and families. With all the changes that COVID brought, one thing Food Finders did not see was the decrease in food donations across the board. Our supporters have provided the essential tools Food Finders needs to help deliver good, edible, rescued food to agencies like Victory Outreach in Eagle Rock. Our partner agency, who you just saw, relies on receiving food donations from Food Finders to continue their outreach efforts. Many of our agencies have expressed that without Food Finders donations, they would not have been able to provide food to those in need. Communities are facing a long road ahead with increased food insecurity due to job loss, caregiving responsibilities, children out of school, self-isolation, among many other difficult reasons. Individuals who believe in our mission to rescue food and reduce hunger have helped Food Finders to sustain our course in this difficult time. Your support is what makes our work possible. As you watch our program and feel moved to support us, you can do so by clicking the donate button below. Please give generously so that Food Finders can continue to provide the critical resources our communities need. Our goal is to raise $60,000 over the next few days and can only do so with the help of others. The Food Finders staff and I cannot thank you enough for taking the time to be with us and donating to help us meet our goal. Be well.
Thank you, Veronica. So we just want to thank Charles and Gary for taking us over the $34,000 mark. We need to keep going. We need to go $26,000 more. We need about that much more to reach our goal of 60,000. So thank you, Charles and Gary. Just in case you're wondering where I got their names from, go over to this right side right here. Place your cursor right over the names and start to scroll. You can scroll up, and if you've donated any dollars, you can see your name right over there on that side. Also, I like to do a quick recap of everything, what we just saw, and I have something to share with you, so don't go anywhere. So we heard from Patti Larson, our Grants and Marketing Manager. We heard from Chef Tim Plum, one of our partners at the Summit House Restaurant, and he's got something to share with you that I'm going to share in just a moment. We also met Pastor Ben Garcia at the El Sereno Victory Outreach. And just to remind you, they're one of 400 agencies that rely on our services to feed their food insecure families. And then obviously we heard from Veronica Tashakor. Thank you so much, all that participated today. Well, just like I promised, I was going to share something with you. So Chef Tim Plum shared his potato recipe with us. You will be able to find that on our website, so you can make some scrumptious potatoes for Thanksgiving or Christmas or whatever holiday you celebrate this year. Speaking of Halloween, those of you that are thinking about buying candy and things, I don't know if that's going to take place. However, you can redirect your dollars that used to go to candy and send them over to us here. Food Finders would appreciate that any way, shape, or form, because just remember, $1 provides 11 meals. Amazing. I would highly recommend that instead of candy, which kind of rots teeth, don't you think? Anyhow, I digress. Let's thank Full Riot, who produced these amazing videos. Thank you so much for helping us out and doing these videos for us. You'll see a great video tomorrow that they produce as well. We really love that one, in addition to the ones that we've seen tonight, yesterday, and also on Monday. Friday, I don't think there's any videos. We're going to be going live. There's some cool treats we're going to share with you on Friday. And this goes on till Monday, because Monday's the final drawing to win an amazing gift tour that you're going to love. So step one, go to Food Finders Facebook page and share all the videos that are airing from Monday through Friday. Step two, actually that was step two. Step one, go to the Food Finders Facebook page. Step two, share the videos, because you never know who's in your friends and family that would love to see something like this and see that, hey, there's actually a company that's marrying restaurants with those that need food. It's an amazing thing. I would highly recommend you sharing that to see how we can continue to help the communities surrounding our areas. And don't forget, we also allow the opportunity for donors to do recurring donations. Recurring donations, those are donations that come on a monthly basis. They create a reliable source of funding year-round to help provide food to these communities that we serve. So thank you for whatever you've been able to do, whether it's recurring or one time. We do appreciate that. Thank you. We'd also like to thank P2S Incorporated, designing a better future every day, and also Marathon Petroleum, providing energy solutions. Thank you to Molina Healthcare. And thank you to Satyagraha Alliance, the philanthropic arm of Maternal Law Group. They have programs for local underserved communities. And also thank you to Farmers and Merchants Bank. And now to thank our key sponsor for today's show, Kaiser Permanente. Thank you, Kaiser Permanente. Thank you all for watching tonight. Don't forget to log into Facebook and share these videos with everyone. Donate now. Let's get close to that $60,000 mark that we earmarked to help serve the surrounding communities. And also, just to give you a heads up, if you want to donate something that actually contributes to something specific, you can. $500 $500 donation will allow us to restock a college pantry. So if you have friends and family in college and you want to be able to support the surrounding area here, please donate $500 to help restock a college pantry. And then to let you know, $1,000 would help provide food and hygiene for our weekly senior boxes. Amazing to help our seniors in our communities so that they can be able to have hygiene products and not go without food. So thank you for watching tonight. We look forward to seeing you again tomorrow, and we thank you again for watching. Take care. Bye now.